Welcome to Not So New News. Come along with us as we continue to discover an Appalachian time gone by. Today's article comes from the town of Whitesburg in Letcher County, Kentucky's newspaper, the Mountain Eagle. Volume 5, Number 4, Industrial Edition, 5th section, dated June 6, 1912. Page 19 is named Jenkins and the Great Consolidation Coal Company and is continued in today's reading. Since the 1st of February, Mr. Brandon has had as his assistant Mr. J. H. Griffin, who is one of Nicholas' old standbys. He came to Jenkins from Cairo, Illinois, at which point he has been their representative for the past 3 years. He has had a wide experience in building and fits in admirably as Mr. Brandon's right-hand man. G.D. Lambert Woods, superintendent for Nikola Building Company, came to Jenkins from Elkins, West Virginia. He has been brought up in the timber business and is thoroughly conversant with all phases of the work. Mr. Lambert was one of the early arrivals at Jenkins and still wears his smile after passing through many tribulations of logging in this vicinity. Harry B. Morgan, who is in charge of the sawmills of the Nikola Building Company, has demonstrated what a real large man can do by close attention and ability to cover a very great deal of ground. H. L. Seaman of Pittsburgh, local auditor of the Nikola Building Company, has made himself a favorite with all. Herb is about the hardest working man in Jenkins. His popularity comes from his willingness to satisfy everybody at all times, no matter how busy he may be. John L. Ryder was selected by the building company as the man to handle the teaming, and this job proved to be the big end of the work. Houses can be built until the material is delivered, and to deliver 100 different kinds of material to do 100 or more houses all at the same time is a real job. Mr. Ryder now has 150 head of horses under his care, and a look at them shows the painstaking attention they receive. W. J. Flaherty, through his work at Rocky Branch, has been in touch with many local citizens. Mr. Flaherty has handled all materials shipped in via Glamorgan, and Letcherites can appreciate the task involved in handling over their roads an average of 20 standard gauge cars a week, including everything from hairpins to 100 horsepower boilers weighing 15,000 pounds. And in this connection, mention should be made of Henry Wright, Mr. Flaherty's right-hand man. Note, the team composed of a Kentucky mountaineer and an Irishman. The Elkhorn Dam is being built by J.S. Byers, a practical concrete man. Mr. Byers has not let the winter weather, floods, or mud interfere with his work, and the dam is due for completion in 60 days. It will contain 5,000 yards of concrete and will impound 70 million gallons of water. The consolidation owes a great deal to the residents of Jenkins and the vicinity, prominent among them being Uncle John Wright. His presence and personality have helped wonderfully many times. Uncle John is always on the lookout for the bright side of everything and always willing to help everybody. During the early days of Jenkins, his pleasant smile and hearty howdy made many men feel that they had in Uncle John a real friend. Too much credit cannot be given him, as we hope he feels as proud of Jenkins as Jenkins does of him. It is not altogether due to the men mentioned above that the work at Jenkins has been pushed so well, but to hundreds of others, men and women, who have come to Jenkins, taken the places assigned to them, and have done their duty. It would be difficult to go into a community and find the same number of men working together, all seemingly bent on doing their best to assist their fellows. The pioneer days in Jenkins would have been well nigh impossible, but for the women, God bless them, who came courageously to help out their husbands. Human nature cannot long endure without the home. Too much can scarcely be said in the praise of the wives who left their comfortable homes to accept what was little better than a camp life in the wilderness for love's sake. This concludes today's reading of page 19 of the June 6, 1912 Mountain Eagle. We at Kentucky, Tennessee Living would like to thank you for your continued support as we bring to you the history of the Appalachian Mountains.